Right then, here we are at Somerley. We're on King Vincent's Lake. It's part of Christchurch Angling Club. It's also a day ticket water. We're here today to target some of the bigger fish in the smaller lake. What we're going to be doing today, Chris?
Yeah, I think the idea is to spread quite a wide area of 18mm steamies over 2 or 3 swims and fish sort of about 40 yards out, trying to sort of get the fish moving between baits, trying to use bigger baits to try and pick out some of the bigger fish rather than trying to get some of the smaller doubles, which there's loads in here. So at this time of year they're obviously at their biggest weights as well. So let's get on with it and see if we can get one. Well, there we are. I haven't been here very long. Fish straight away. Been in the water about 10 minutes. This fish is just over 20 pound. Didn't expect to get a fish this big. But yeah, what a start. Sunrise is just coming up. 20 pound common. Come on. Well, there we are, 2 cracking commons from King Vincent's, both caught by my brother-in-law, who's fishing with us on a guest today. He's fishing in the swim to the left of me. He's chosen not to be on the camera today, which is fine, but we just thought we'd show you the fish. 2 crackers, what a session. Right, okay, I'm just going to talk you through the rigs that I'm using on this session. Something slightly different than what you would have seen me use on other waters. Really a rig that I've specialised for King Vincent's Lake for fishing at this time of year to try and pick out the bigger fish. So at one end we've got a fluoro piece of corn which is soaked in Hinder's betolin. Down from that we've got a tiger nut and toffee steamy and 18mm. Again, we're trying to use big baits to pick out the bigger fish. Onto a size 7 stiff rigger with 2 bits of silicone around the bend just to hold the hair in the correct position. 10 pound fluorocarbon with a small fox weight about 2 inches away from the hook, just to pull the hook point down into the fish's mouth so we can't get away with it. And that's the rig I'm using, really confident in that. So let's get it out there and hopefully we can get another one for you. Right, okay, it's been quiet for the last couple of hours, so while there's a bit of a lull in the action, I'm just going to show you some footage that I filmed on the River Stour at Longham Waterworks. So let's go to that now. There we are, small pike finally, after changing a couple of swims. This was caught on a dead dace. Just float fished in the margin. Just went away after about 10 minutes in this swim, so yeah, really happy with this one. Let's put him back. Right, there we are, second pike of the session. Caught on a small live bait dace just down the edge of the wall. About the same size as the last one, but really happy to get that one. Let's get him back straight away. Right, okay, I'm just going to talk you through the rig that I'm using on this session. It's my standard pike rig really. Either side of the float we've got 2 fluoro beads. The reason I use the fluoro beads is I can tell when the floats hit the stop knot to make sure that I'm not fishing too over depth. Down from that we've got a large shot just to take the bait down to the bottom, followed by a 1.5 foot wire trace down to my dead bait, which is mounted on 2 semi-barbed size 8 hooks. So that's the rig that I'm using, so let's get it out there and hopefully we can get another one. Well, that's fish number 4 for me. That's 5 fish in total. Turned out to be a really good session today. Really enjoyed it. On a mild November's day, just coming out after these. Cracking. Let's put it back.
Finally caught one on a small on-deck spinner. Another perch, eyes bigger than its belly, caught on the on-deck spinner again. Keep moving him around.
Right, there we are, last fish of the day. A bit smaller than the other 2, but still a pretty little one. Just before we have to go home, so let's get this fish back and we'll see you later. Right, okay, the sun's starting to set behind me and we've probably got about an hour and a half of the session to go. It's been fairly tough throughout the day. We haven't really seen a lot of fish showing, but now all the anglers have left on the opposite side. We are starting to see a few bubblers over there. That's probably because all the lines have been taken out of the water and there's no pressure over there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fish long. We're going to fish small 4/3 PVA bags of little gem pellets and crushed steamies, and hopefully try and get a fish before we have to go.
Right then guys, this week's competition is to win a pot of Glug Sinkers Spicy Fruit by individual baits. To be in with a chance to win these, all you've got to do is answer this simple question. What lake are we fishing and what club is it run by? Please put your answers in the comments box below and one name will be picked at random.
Well, there we are, it's not a carp but another run. During the 2 fish action we just had to the swim to my left. Small bream on my rod. I'll get it back out and hopefully we can have another carp. It's starting to look good now, the sun's coming out. Starting to get a bit warmer. I'm sure we can bag a couple more. Right, okay, we've come to the end of our session. It's been a pretty good result really to have 2 20-pounders out for the camera. Unfortunately it did get pretty tough after a lot of people turned up. It's unusually mild for November. Normally we're one of the only people fishing here. I think that's a big advantage at this time of year, but with all the lines in the water it definitely switched off. Now people are starting to leave, there are fish starting to show, but it's starting to get dark, we're losing the light, we've really got to go, but just hasn't happened really, is it Bob?
No, unfortunately not mate. I've had to move swims several times today, casting at showing fish, but unfortunately it just hasn't happened for me. But hey, that's carp fishing.
That's alright, well we'll be back on the bank soon and we'll catch you later.